Beneath you stands land of the Blackstoneheim, a realm scarred by decades of battles. I am Dogaboy Builds, your guide to these lands, and today we begin our journey from history of Mizuhikari, a corrupted ancient city. This land is led by generous Emperor Yujin and protected by the disciplined army of Shogun Kageyama. They have long contented with an ancient, terrifying foe, the Shadow of Netherites. This powerful, insidious threat seeks to consume the Imperium itself. It is why our towers still stand and why KIRITSU is our most crucial defense. Let the chronicle of this world commence. You have witnessed the scarred majesty of Mizuhikari, and now behold the cold, ancient logic of Imperium's law. The immutable law of this realm is not born of cruelty or necessity, but its perfection gives birth to beauty. Every structure adheres to the enduring logic of KIRITSU, law-based functionalism. Today, we delve into the history of the Gilded Quays district of military command and luxury. It lies upon the tide-worn edge of Mizuhikari, a place where gold glimmers not from a coin, but from the ambitions of those who gather there. Here beneath banners faded by Sultan's sun, blades are bartered, armor weighed, and metals drawn from the earth's silent wounds are traded like whispers of forgotten power. Merchants of distant shores set their wares upon polished timber, their voices low, as if the sea itself listens and remembers. Above the wealth coils like incense the realm of honored traders and wandering smiths, whose stalls glow warm in lantern light. Below beneath those worn stone, the lower pier breathes in steady rhythm. Small boats bump against moss, dark pilings, and the humble folk of Mizuhikari labor without praise. Fishermen mend their nets beside itinerant peddlers, their footsteps echoing in the hollow spaces where prosperity seldom lingers. Together they form a single truth that every empire balances upon backs of those unseen, just as Blackstoneheim rises upon stone, timber, and the providence of tides that neither judge nor forgive. All this commerce and toil, however, serves a singular, higher purpose, the direct command of the Emperor. To grasp this command, we must first examine its central artery of logistics. This crane was built by Emperor Keizo Tenshin, after conduit, a relic given to him by a solitary Burin Ryu monk, as the wellspring of Emperor Keizo Tenshin's natural purity, allowing him to lead the Imperium through the shadow. The Emperor Keizo Tenshin used its magic to power rotation force of crane, to ensure his ship is always ready for the battle. The conduit's magic may power the crane's rotation, but the physical work demands the lifting and lowering of massive weights. These mighty draught steeds are not merely beasts of burden, but vital components of the KIRITSU logistical machine. Their strength is optimized through disciplined maintenance. Fresh men and horses are working at pairs, swapping 3 times per day to sustain the rigor required. Care is not a luxury, it is a necessity for a perfectly maintained system, from the smallest horse to the grandest tower, to endure the Shadow of Netherites. At this fractured harbor, we find the eternal symbol of command, the glowing dragon. This ancient machine of war was originally built for the legendary Emperor Keizo Tenshin. Its enduring legacy now carries the current Emperor Yujin across the realm. The ship's core remains intact, but with each glorious emperor, it is rebuilt and reshaped to reflect the aesthetics and authority of its current master. The vessel is never finished, only constantly perfected. You can feel the burden and hear the echoing of forgotten battles as you enter the vessel, the sounds of forsaken enemies fought and defeated. Even beside the eternal presence of the glowing dragon, utility is necessity. Down below, moored for quick loading, rests the largest fishing vessel of the Quays. This crude, colossal hull is nameless and serves only the singular, vital purpose of sustenance. It is a ship of necessary reek and constant grime. This instrument for harvesting the sea's bounty serves only one purpose, to gather the cheapest form of military fuel. It stands as a constant, foul-smelling reminder that the Imperium runs not on dreams, but on discipline and daily rations. Unsung, almost forgotten, and easily replaced, it is the lowest sacrifice demanded for the army's sustenance. But all this constant, grinding logistics demands a single, undying fortress. Finally, we stand before the Watchtower. This is not merely stone, it is the oldest, most time-worn scar on the landscape, the long-forgotten palace of the first ruler of this very site. Even then, its ruthless purpose was to serve as the definitive defensive command center. And it upholds that sentinel duty still. Its structure is pure KIRITSU, unwavering, windowless, and efficient. The highest level houses the masters of command, the armorer, weaponsmith, cartographer, commander, engineer, and oceanographer. Below them lie the archives, cooking station, and quarters for the soldiers. The second floor secures the full armory, weapons, ammunition, and the necessary workshop. At the lowest level lies the food storage, architected as a labyrinth meant to confuse and delay the final enemy until the last echoing breath. This mighty structure is unwavering, but the true haven stands apart. A smaller signal tower watches nearby, its purpose even more crucial, to kindle a flame signal for the city before the accursed forces can strike. The fortress also maintains one fast, agile warship, a silent, ready blade to desolate the enemy where the shadow begins. This, then, is the Gilded Quays, a district built upon a tribute of unending toil, bound by the unwavering decree of KIRITSU. Every stone here is placed not for comfort, but for survival against the endless, accursed assault. We have witnessed the low cost of sustenance and the fracturing burden of defense. In the next chronicle, we shall cross the enduring archbridge and examine the brittle sustenance housed within the Ryōtei, the true, controlled cost of this fracturing burden. Until then, remember the ancient law of Blackstoneheim, only the unwavering may endure. I am Dog Giboy Builds, and the journey continues.